All right, y'all, we are here at Colby's house. His house is just gorgeous. Like, I'll do a little V-roll of like his lawn and everything in his house, but his house is gorgeous. Like, I love this place. I love coming over here. I haven't been here for a while, so he's gotten a lot of new things. He actually just picked up some stuff yesterday, so we're gonna see those. So I'm here with Matt, and we're gonna go ahead and go knock on the door and let Colby know we're here, and I'll have him show us around. See y'all there. Hi, buddy. Already greeted. Oh, it's a corgi. Hi. Oh, another one. They just keep coming. There's another one. So he's got like a little shed over here full of all of his reptiles. This thing's insane. Just wait till y'all see. It's like a little jungle pathway. Oh dang. Put everything in here now. You want me to go ahead and close the door?
Yeah, this side.
Alright, what's up guys? Today we're here with Colby Toluxing, my boy, the lizard tamer himself, the cobra tamer. This man has balls of steel. This man is insane, but in a good way. And so right now we're gonna go ahead and start off with the first thing today. We got the dwarf caiman. What can you tell us about this, Colby?
So this is a Cuvier's dwarf caiman. This is the smallest species of crocodile in the world. They come from Central and South America.
Be careful.
This is Paleosuchus palpebrosus, the smallest species of crocodilian in the world.
That's so crazy. He's just got like demon eyes right now.
This was about probably about 6 years old now.
Wow.
He's a male, so he'll probably get around 4.5 to 5 feet. Females get a little bit smaller than the males, but still pretty small for a crocodilian.
How big is he gonna get, like, for a dwarf caiman? Is this like full grown or?
No, he'll get about 4 to 5 feet, somewhere in between there. He used to be really, really chill, but I stopped handling him as much, and now you guys saw what just happened.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're really, really cool. This is the exact reason why I started using reptiles. This thing right here.
That's such a cool thing.
To actually have one and just work with them every day, it's amazing.
I bet. Alright, so the next thing we got is this green tree monitor in here. Colby's gonna go ahead and get him out.
Alright, so he's gonna be sleeping, so he's not gonna be in the best mood. But this is Rams porcinus, the green tree monitor. This is a captive born animal. That's so cool.
He's so pretty.
He was just sleeping, so he was a little skittish, but typically he's pretty good. He just doesn't like being woken up. But as you can see, he's just absolutely amazing animal.
How old is he?
He's about a year old.
That's definitely a dream reptile right there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, look at that colors on the back.
Are you able to handle them pretty often for being like an arboreal lizard?
Yeah, he since I've been raising him since he was a little hatchling, I've been working with him just like I work with all my other monitors. Mm-hmm. He like whenever he's like awake. Just now you saw he was super skittish as I woke him up, but now that he's out, he's not as alert as he would be if like he was just like, you know, being just awake and I just got him out while he was awake. But typically I can just like just like tap right here, he'll jump from his little basking spot onto my shoulder.
That's so
And
cool.
he's a really good little lizard.
How big do they get full grown?
It's probably about like 3 feet. They don't get very big. They're a smaller species of monitor lizard, but that's predominantly tail, as you can see, which that tail's usually curled up because it's fully prehensile.
Yeah.
So,
Look how cute that little is.
and there's other species of tree monitors. This is Varanus prasinus, the green tree monitor. There's the Varanus mercurii, the blue tree monitor, Varanus beccari, the black tree. There's another green tree monitor called Varanus cordensis. They have a bit of a different pattern than this species, but prasinus was always my favorite species growing up, so being able to work with this little guy ever since he was a little hatchling has just been amazing.
I bet you've done a really good job of taming them.
Yeah, it's honestly just a lot of patience and just understanding and reading the animal more so than like forcing yourself upon the animal. Yeah, I think open up the cage too.
Do you want me to jump on you? Here. This man's an expert, works at Petco. Look at that.
That's so cool.
That's such a little tame. It's so tame.
How big are you? That's so cute.
Look at his head.
He's so curious. He's flicking his tongue out. That's so awesome. I love this little
I love how
guy.
it just went onto you like no problem. And these guys, do they eat insects or like pinkies too?
They're mainly insectivorous, but I do feed them fuzzies.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, in the wild though, they're fully arboreal, so they spend a lot of time just foraging in the trees, looking for insects, little birds, eggs from like bird nests and stuff. But in captivity, typically like a fully cricket, roach, and like small rodent diet. I also fit in some like chicken and stuff in there as well.
That's so cool.
That's so cool. They're such cute lizards.
But we can move right here. The cage is a little dirty, but I'm actually doing the water change today. But this is the Mertens water monitor. This is another dream reptile from whenever I was like a small kid. I literally did not ever think I'd be able to get one of these in my entire life. But somebody actually, Mike's monitors, Mike Stefani, he's been producing them, and
I actually haven't seen this.
I hold them at all. So
Holy crap, that's
So this is a Mertens water monitor?
this is Varanus mertensi. This is a Mertens water monitor, so basically just an Australian water monitor. This is actually my first time handling him since I bought him, so it's a bit weird. It's a weird way I got him out, but he was sleeping and I just kind of grabbed him, but not the typical way I usually work with my monitors, but just to get him out for the camera. I really just wanted to handle him, get my hands on him. But definitely my favorite species of Australian monitor lizard.
How big do these ones get? Do they get like the same size as a normal water monitor, or
No,
do they stay a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller?
These are a bit smaller. These ones, females will range anywhere from like 3 to 4 feet, and males can get up to 5 feet, but typically anywhere from 3 to 5 feet is the typical.
Look at those patterns. That's such a nice pattern. And you said that those like just like glow out in the sun. Is that what you were talking about with that one?
Oh no, that's the normal water monitor, but this one, Varanus mertensi, they typically kind of lose the little speckles. They'll keep some of them, but not all of them. As hatchlings, they have a lot. I really like how this one has like a more maroon head. I really hope that he keeps that, but we'll see as time goes on. Like I said, I'm doing a little water change today, so this is really dirty right now. But he's grown. He's probably like doubled his size since I bought him.
How long have you had him for?
Only about a month and a half or two. That's so cool.
He has a navy blue tongue too.
Mm-hmm.
I love how just even like for a water monitor that hasn't really been handled, except for like putting it in, it's just still so tame.
Yeah, he's all right. So like, if I go into the cage while he's been basking while he's warm, he'll typically kind of just be curious about me, but he won't get any like super close. But right now he's just kind of, I think he's just scared, and he's just like, I'll probably put him in and he'll just freak out, go hide.
That's so cool.
But seeing them in water is just so much cooler than any of the other rabbits that I keep.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god, it looks like a salamander in the water.
Yeah, you can just bring him up here and just in the back corner.
That's epic.
That's so cool up there. So we're over here. Colby's gonna go ahead and show us the Collett snake. So let's go ahead and see these bad boys.
All right, so here I have a pair of Collett snakes. This is Pseudechis colletti. They're from Australia, so Australian elapids are just really high up there on the especially.
Wow.
You can see these are really pretty snakes.
It looks like the pattern of hot coal. It's so cool.
A whole lot of color, like red coloration. This one is a lot more red than the female, but I love the heads on this species. You can see.
Just reminds me of like a tiger.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
And this entire genus is honestly just so cool. Like the red belly black snake. If any of you guys know anything about like Australian elapids, the king brown, it's all in the same genus. This is the female. She's a bit bigger, but her coloration is not as vivid as the male. She has more of a orange coloration.
And you said these guys will flatten out in the wild?
Oh, they'll flatten out just here for defense. Yeah, like
So cool.
they can literally flatten out their entire body almost, probably up to like here. I've seen him do it especially.
What area are they from?
It's like I can't tell you the actual name, but it's a small little region in like central Australia. It gets super hot over there. I've read it gets all the way up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit in that area, and they'll literally go hide in like the cracks in the ground from it being so dry, and just hide down there, kind of like a little burrow.
That's so cool. Here we got a little blue tongue skink. He's so cute. I can't wait for mine to get a little bit bigger like this. Wanna call him up? Okay. This is an Indonesian right here. How long have you had him?
Probably, how long have we had him? Maybe like, I think a year. About a year. Yeah.
He's a little chunky boy. I just love how like whenever you pick them up, they kind of just like look like they're trying to swim. Whenever I pick mine up, he does like he wiggles his butt a little bit. It's so cute.
They're interesting.
Very funny little animals. All right, so now we got a green anaconda. These things are so cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get them out because they're not the nicest snakes. The male's a bit more easier to work with, I'd say, than nice. But I have a pair. They're actually for sale right now, but this is the female.
That's awesome.
Oh, look at that like yellow markings on the eyes.
I like to call them slimy boas.
That's so cool. Anacondas are awesome.
Wait, so like there's different species of anaconda, right?
There's a green and a yellow. The green anacondas are the larger species, and the yellows are a bit smaller. Green anacondas also in captivity. They're typically a bit nicer than the yellows. Yellows are known to have really bad temperament. But the female is pretty bad. The male has his days. But I can show you guys these here. These are some newer snakes that I got just recently. These are Vipera amidites. They're Europeans. Yeah, this is like my favorite species of viper.
That's awesome.
The Vipera genus in general is just probably my absolute favorite.
That
vipers.
pattern is really cool.
So what's like the common name for these?
I honestly do not know.
It looks like Sharpie or like
It's something to do with their nose being pointy. That's all I know.
Where do they come from?
These ones are from Europe. So the Vipera genus is an old world species from Europe. These ones range from like Italy to Greece to like Bosnia, places like that. Eastern Europe.
That's awesome.
But these are definitely like, yeah, I could just get a bunch, like sell my entire snake collection, just get a bunch of Vipera. And this is the male. He's a bit darker than the female.
Oh, nice.
That's so like contrasting the pattern.
Yeah, they're really cool. And the cool thing about these is that you don't have to have any heat on them. They can be at room temperature.
Oh, wow.
But you can see like a nose. They have like a horn or something. That's so cool.
Yeah, you can see it more on him because his colors are a bit different.
So what's that like behavior right now?
Yeah, these
Dang,
things,
look at that horn. Look.
That's
these things have
awesome.
a pretty bad feeding response.
That is so
They're
cool.
just once I move the lace monitors out of one of these vision cages, I'm gonna give them one of the vision cages.
That's awesome. Alright, so next up we got this croc monitor right here. He's gotten so much bigger since the last time that I've seen him.
So this is a Rana salvadori, the crocodile monitor. This is the longest species of lizard in the world. Not to be confused with the largest Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons are a lot heavier and just a lot bigger body than these. But these are the longest because of their tail. Their tails can reach all the way up to 6 feet long. The males get huge, and this is a little male. I've raised him up since he was about a month old. He's about a year old now. Just incredible animals.
I
Just-
love their head shape. That's so cool.
It's just so different.
Yeah,
And they're
I love that. He's so
they're
cute.
extremely intelligent. Just they blow water monitors out of the water.
That's
Just,
awesome.
intelligence.
Where do the croc
That is
monitors
so
come
epic.
from? Like where they
They're
native
from
to?
Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
Yeah, they're absolutely.
Look how tame this individual is.
Yeah, this is a lot of work. Whenever I first got him, there's a few times where he just wasn't in the mood, but it's just
That's
a lot of work, a lot of handling, and trying to understand him and his body language and everything that's going on with him.
That's so cool how big he's gotten. That just goes to show how long it's been seen from over here.
Yeah, which I mean,
Look at that head. Even the
That's
eyes.
so
The eyes look different.
yeah, and the cool thing with them is their pupils actually dilate like birds. So like, whenever he's like kind of, what I've noticed is whenever he's on edge, his pupils will get extremely small. And if you even look right now, you'll see his pupils dilating just a bit.
It's probably threatened for the phone.
You can see he's a little puffed up on the neck area. But
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
amazing animals, and he is getting a bigger cage just soon. Probably a couple weeks from now, it'll be here, and he'll be getting a bigger cage, and then the 2 lace monitors will be going into here.
Awesome. Alright, here we got the Burmese. They're just gonna stay in here. Too much work to get something that big out and heavy. So, I mean, we can just see it really nice. That pattern is so nice. Is that their wild type coloration?
That's a granite.
It's a granite? Okay.
She's a quarter dwarf granite Burmese python.
That's so cool. I love snakes. Alright, so next up we got the lace monitors. I think these are so cool. This is probably like my second favorite monitor behind the black coat. Maybe even tied for first. These are just so cool.
So these are this is Venus varius, the lace monitors. So in here I have a pair. The female is the Bell's phase, and the male's the normal. They're both naturally occurring, so it's not like a morph like in ball pythons and stuff. But it is a genetic trait. So they're not denied, like the female's not confident at all, and she's very scared of everything that goes on. So just me sticking my hand in there is a bit just scary for her. The male, since I'm gonna be waking him up, he's also gonna be pretty like just the same. But typically, the normal is very, very chill. Female lace monitors are also known to be pretty skittish compared to the males, but they're really, really cool lizards.
Is the female or the male the bell's face?
The female. To me, normals are cooler. Like this pattern, it looks like a zebra. Mm-hmm. And especially this male, this normal right here, my individual one, he has a lot of blues on him, and he hasn't started to fade to like black or anything yet. So just to see him grow, like whenever he was a younger one, he still had the blues, but his blue coloration on his neck area and his head area.
You can definitely see the blues.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
it's gotten more intense as he's grown up. So I hope he retains that blue coloring and doesn't lose it as he gets older. Because a lot of the normal lace monitors, they typically just turn black, like a black and white lizard, or like a little yellow. But
It's crazy how fast he grew.
yeah, these are the second largest species of a monitor lizard in Australia after the Parenti. They're also the first monitor lizard that they discovered was truly venomous after the Komodo dragon.
The lace monitors?
Yeah. I think they say this is probably like the worst venom out of all the monitor lizards that we can keep here in the United States. I don't really know. I've never been bit by these, but I know a bite from these is not fun. Their teeth are insane. Like I think the third worst teeth out of all monitor lizards after the Komodo and the croc monitor. A bite from this and the croc monitor is just, it's a terrible bite. You know, just don't want to get bit.
All right, so next we got the water monitor. This guy's just so cute. He's like a little puppy dog, like he's kenneled up, just wants to play with his owner. He's just so adorable. All these water monitors are just so sweet.
Yeah, once you break through to a water monitor, it's just like you're having a dog, basically. Which he does have his moments where he just thinks, oh, like I can just roam wherever I want and try and sprint away from me. That's usually whenever I have a bunch of people in the room, like right now. But because he just gets scared of everything that's going on. Like anything that's towering over them, they really just think, oh, that's a predator. Especially at this size, he's only about a year old, and the bigger they get, the more confident they get in themselves. But
These guys have a third eye too, right?
A lot of the semi-aquatic species have the third eye, and I've noticed some of the arboreal species, from what you can see, like physically, you can't see the third eye like the croc monitor, but I'm not 100% certain if they do have it or not.
Like an actual like third eye?
No, it's more like a thermal reading, to my understanding.
He's such an asshole.
Plug in the sail right now. Plug in the sail.
$450 right there. Tegu.
You heard it here. $450. Who wants this? I probably should be teasing him. Alright, so next we're gonna get out the red tegu. This one's a sweetheart, unlike the one above. I love this one.
This
His
is
face is so cute.
This is a Chicoan red tegu.
I love the eyes with like a little bulging. It's so cute. It looks like a beardy almost. Here, I'd like go on your knees so they get a little nervous. You can, yeah.
I love its little jowls.
I love the eyes.
You're so cute. So how old is this one?
I'd say probably about 3 or 4 years, probably. Yeah, 3 or 4 years.
Oh wow, they stay really small.
Chicoans are a bit smaller than the Argentines.
My guy's like just over a year, and he's already like almost 4.5 feet.
They'll probably max out around there though.
He's gonna bulk up though.
Yeah, for sure.
He's starting to get his jowls, but he also went to formation.
You're so cute.
Like yeah, it's weird because like he's.
All right, so next we're over here. So what is this, Colby?
This is Trimeresurus albolabris, the white-lipped viper. These guys are from Indonesia, just like that whole region, Southeast Asia. But this is a fully arboreal species of viper, just super, super pretty snakes. As you can see, just that red tail coloration, just that vivid green throughout the entire body.
So what's the purpose of the red tail?
The red tail is actually to lure in prey, but they're really, really pretty snakes.
That's so cool.
This is my first venomous snake that I bought.
Look at that yellow line.
How big do those get?
The males will get a little bit bigger than this, and then females are about double the size of males.
Oh wow.
Males, an easy way to determine a male white-lipped viper from a female is actually the white line that goes down their entire body. Females do not have that white line.
All right. So next up, what do we got here, Colby?
These are puff adders. These are an African species of viper. They're Bitis aritens in the same genus as the gaboon viper, which is a very widely known species of venomous reptile.
So cool.
That's so cool.
So these are Dodoma, Tanzania locality. It's a little pair. The female's a bit lighter color. The Dodoma locality typically, as they get older, they get more yellow and more yellow. This one was actually really dark as a hatchling, and as you can see, it's getting really light color.
They probably do that to blend in with the sand.
Mm-hmm.
So like how big do these guys get?
These guys can get all the way up to like 4 feet, but they're really, really fat.
That's really cool. That's a really pretty pattern.
Yeah, like these guys are a lot.
All right. Next up, what do we got here?
These are olive pythons. So this is an Australian species, Liasis olivensis. So this one's actually going in the shed, but this is my male.
It still has iridescence though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these snakes have extreme iridescence compared to other species. But he's very deep in blue. He's very dull compared to normal. My female, I cannot do this with, but definitely just like one of the top species of pythons that I ever wanted to work with ever since a kid.
Yeah, I love these.
You always
These are
see
so
like
cool.
herping videos in Australia. People always want to catch all the pythons. And the king's brown. That's so cool.
So is this a wild type?
Yeah,
coloration?
this is a normal wild type reticulated python. Python reticulatus. So this one's het genetic stripe.
Oh wow, you can kind of see its iridescence on it already.
Mm-hmm. Really cool snakes.
That's so cool.
It doesn't even look like it's wild. Like imagine seeing
Yeah.
that in the wild.
Yeah, like you wouldn't
So
think.
cool.
Look at the.
Yeah.
You can take it.
I love snakes. They're so cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
I'm glad she's not very bitey.
Oh yeah. Any like normal reticulated python that's been like captive dead for generations will be extremely just
Super puppy dog thing. That's awesome. I love its iridescence on it. I just can't believe this is just a wild type. pied retic. I haven't seen this one in a while. I kind of forgot what it looks like. Oh wow, that's really pretty.
Yeah, so pied retics are typically pretty aggressive compared to other morphs because this is how they are, honestly. But this one's pretty good. This one's a Bob Clark albino pied retic lady python. It's a male, so you don't get too big like the female. But also pied retics are a bit smaller than average retic lady python.
Why is that? Do you know?
I don't know. Just how the north is. Probably something to do with the locality. I'm not a huge retic guy, so I'm not too sure, but I would think it would have something to do with locales and all that stuff whenever they first came into the pet trade.
So, what's next for us, Colby?
Alright, so these tubs right here, it's a species called Ovophis okinavensis, so it's called the Okinawa pit viper. These are from Okinawa, Japan, so it's only from that island or the Ryukyu Islands, which includes Okinawa. These are just really cool snakes. I love the Ovophis genus, so I think it's honestly a pretty underrated genus. There's some really cool snakes in this genus. This is the largest species of Ovophis. These will get around 2 feet long. Some species only get about like a foot long, and they can stay in the 6-quart tub their entire life.
Oh wow.
But you can see this little snake here is just cool looking. Like the pattern, and then the belly is just like, you see that there.
Oh wow, it's like a pinstripe almost.
Looks like the Batman logo.
Like black bellies. Yeah, that's the male. He's a bit bigger than the female. He also eats a lot more readily. The female's in shed right now, but she's showing that back in the back. She's super small compared to him.
That's cool.
These are nice little like tubs.
Yeah, I try to set them up kind of cool. A lot of the time, whenever I keep snakes in tubs, I try to give them a little bit of something for enrichment, as far as just like a plant or just like a thing to hide under. A lot of people just keep a snake in a tub. Like, here's my a Copperhead for like just for the season because it's winter and he stopped eating or she stopped eating.
I love that. It's just flicking its tongue really fast.
Yeah, I caught this snake about three something years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he usually has a more decked out little cage. I used to have him in an Exoterra, but moved him in here just for the season because he stopped eating. And
Yeah. All right, we got something really cool in here. We have the Gila monsters. These are so cute.
this is Helodermus suspectum. There's a little banded Gila monster.
That's awesome.
As you can see, he has some shed on his back. But he's probably doubled in size since I bought him, and he's starting to develop some orange coloration on his head.
I love his little like black feet and then like his black face on it. It's so cute.
They're adorable. And they just waddle. Maybe watch him walk. Waddle around.
It's like a gecko almost.
Yeah. That's so cute.
His little tail.
So go.
All right, what we got next?
So here we have a Chinese cobra. This is Naja atra. This is a pretty aggressive species of cobra. As you can see, just absolutely amazing. I mean, just the banding on this species and it's really cool. There are smaller species of cobra, only getting around 3 to 4 feet. This is a female.
It's so cool.
Just the banding on them is just so cool to me. I just love banding. That's why, like, out of all the king cobras, my favorite like locality is the Chinese banded or the mangrove kings. Sorry about the shed in there. She just shed that in that she had just finished shedding. Yeah, it's called a Cape Coral Cobra.
Oh yeah.
It's a Spitalaps lubricus. So they're not in the same genus as a true cobra. They're called cobras because they can still spread their ribs and put up like a cobra, but they're in a different genus, which is a Spitalaps. As the true cobra genus is Naja or Naha. I'm not too certain on how you pronounce that, but These are really cool species. They're a fossorial species of snake, as you can see. He's burrowing right now. These ones come from South Africa.
They're so cool. I just wish you could like hold them with your bare hands without
Yeah.
getting sent to the hospital.
Definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah. They're so pretty. Alright, so what do we have next?
Alright, so here we're moving on to the male naja or spectacle cobra. So this one's a lot lighter color than the female. So as you can see, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but he's a lot more of like a yellowish color. Are you gonna hood up? I really like that. But
He's got a little bit of a hood going on his neck.
yeah, but these are just such cool snakes. But he's definitely more of a yellow color, and I hope as he gets older, he gets golden, because I've seen some really, really pretty ones. And the female will probably just get really dark. But really pretty snakes, and I'm excited to watch these ones grow.
What's in here?
So in here, I have a Chinese king rat snake. This is a Alephe carnata, or I don't really know how to pronounce the genus of this species, but these actually start out completely brown with like a little stripe going down the side. But as they get older, as you can see, it's starting to turn black and yellow. The front of the body would typically have a black and yellow, like more yellow on the front of the body from like the head to like mid-body, and then it'll turn to straight black. As you can see, like down here on that portion of the body, it's more of it's kind of black, but it's still kind of brown, so it's still in the color changing process. Sorry about the messed up cage. He likes to spill his water everywhere. But just really cool snakes.
It'll look awesome whenever it's fully black.
Oh yeah, and I'm really excited. You're like 5 foot.
Alright, what should we got next?
So here we have a Chinese cobra. This is Naja atra. This is a pretty aggressive species of cobra. As you can see, it's just absolutely amazing. I mean, just the banding on this species, and it's really cool. There are smaller species of cobra, only getting around 3 to 4 feet. This is a female.
It's so cool.
Just the banding on them is just so cool to me. I just love banding. That's why, like, out of all the king cobras, my favorite like locality is the Chinese banded, or the mangrove kings. Sorry about the shed in there. She just shed. I didn't know that she had just finished shedding. But yeah.
Alright, so what do we have next?
All right. So here we're moving on to the male naja or spectacle cobra. So this one's a lot lighter color than the female. So as you can see, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but he's a lot more of like a yellowish color. Are you gonna hood up? I really like that. But
He's got a little bit of a hood going on his neck.
yeah, these are just such cool snakes. But he's definitely more of a yellow color, and I hope as he gets older, he gets golden, because I've seen some really, really pretty ones. And the female will probably just get really dark. But really pretty snakes, and I'm excited to watch these ones grow. Alright, so here's the Nile again. We're just gonna get her out real quick. I don't usually lure her out with food, because that just triggers a feeding response. So the way I got her out of having a feeding response that she used to have was getting her out and then showing her the food, and then she'll just be like,
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
That's so cool.
yeah, I love feeding these.
Oh, Jane, she just gobbles that down. Wow. It's jumping forward and everything. It's still got the rat tail in its mouth. That's so cute. It's like hugging you.
Yeah, like a little tree.
That's so cool. I can't believe just like how calm and how tame this water is. Alright, so here we have Colby's Kinkajou. I think this thing's just so adorable. Like this thing, it's so cute. It's a tiny little monkey. It's just so adorable. Look at that. How can you not love something like that?
We just woke him up. They're nocturnal, so he's a little sleepy. But typically, he's just running all over the place, just jumping everywhere.
You're so cute. Reminds me of Maurice from Madagascar. Alright, so that's the end of the video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Colby, thank you for letting us come over and touring everything. It was a blast. You have a really cool collection here. Can't wait to come back again and see more stuff. So would you like to go ahead and plug your Instagram, your YouTube, anything like that?
Yeah, you can just follow me on Instagram at C.T.Reptile, CT Reptiles. And then I think it's the same thing on YouTube, but I haven't really started posting. I've been having a big popular demand on Instagram to start posting videos on YouTube, so I'm probably gonna try and do that in a little bit. So yeah.
I'll go ahead and link all the stuff in the description below. Thank y'all once again for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see you